Okay guys, so we've been setting up this countdown timer. At the moment, if we push play, we've still just got time remaining, text block, text block. Exit out of that. We put everything in the third person game mode, which is the game mode that we're using for our playable levels. Everything to tell this countdown timer to count down, what to do. But yeah, it's not, we've put in these variables, seconds and minutes, all right, which will work fine in here because it's compiled and it's ticked, but they're not actually assigned to the ones in the widget, the actual seconds and minutes in the widget itself. Okay, so we're going to open up our widget. We've got seconds and minutes here, and what we actually need to do is bind those variables to this text. All right, so this text actually displays what the variable is counting down and everything. So in order to do that, we're going to go to seconds here. We'll start with seconds anyway. Where we've got text, we can tell it what to say. It just says text block. We actually, there's an option here to bind it. Okay, so we can bind it to the variables that we made. So click that, create binding. Okay, it'll take us to here, which essentially we kind of need to make something in between these. I'm going to move that over. And I'm going to drag another one out from here. And this one's just going to say cast to third person game mode, wherever it is, third person game mode. There it is. So cast to third person game mode. Okay. And we need to come down from as third person game mode. We need to bring that in. That's going to be assigned to the seconds. So get seconds. There it is. And then we can hook that up to this return value here. And it'll say it's going to change it into text. Okay, so that integer, which is our variable, is going to be changed into text, which will display on the screen. Okay, one last thing, just go down from object here and just make sure it gets the game mode. Okay, that's all we really need. Okay, so essentially, yeah, that's just getting the variable that we want, and it's going to change it to text, and it's going to use that on the HUD rather than the bit of text that we had before. I'm going to compile that, save it. I'm going to come back to the designer up here, and I'm going to get my minutes. And essentially, I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. So go over to text, go to bind, create binding. I've got get minutes there, so I want to move that over exactly like I did before. And I want to do that, cast to, oops, third person game mode. Lovely. Come down here, and this time we're going to get minutes instead of seconds. Up to there again. Okay, just kind of keep these kind of organized so you can see what's going on. And then object, come down there, get game mode. There it is. Okay, so I've done that for both of them now. That's absolutely fine. So compile and save and close. And then what we'll do, well, actually that won't work yet. What we need to, before we try that, I want us to come back to third person game mode. Okay, and then select the seconds. And remember over here where it said default value, it said we couldn't do anything before. Okay, it was kind of grayed out. Now we've actually got the number of seconds that we can put in. Okay, so if you just put in like 20 seconds or something, minutes, I'll leave it 0. So just have it's like a 20-second countdown, basically. Compile and save that. Move that down. Now we'll test to see if this has worked. So push play. And you can see it has worked. It has not really displayed particularly well because it doesn't look like a minutes and seconds countdown timer. Depends if you even need the minutes, not necessarily. I'm just going to wait till it goes to 0 just to see if it actually pauses the game. And Yeah, so paused my game, and if you just saw, it said game over there in the top left. Just flashed up for a minute. That's obviously not the final effect that we want, but it's just in there as a kind of a placeholder for now to make sure things work. Push escape again. So yeah, it kind of just says time remaining 0. That's the minutes, and these are the seconds. What I'll do, I won't go through and show you all of that. It should be fairly obvious how to change that. You just go back to the timer widget, and you can, if you want, you can put more text blocks in between if you wanted to. You can go over to this side over here, and in the appearance setting, you've got all these different settings that you can just mess around with to change, like the colors and stuff. So if I just go to seconds, real simple example, just change the color. Change the color to hard to get red. Kind of like a reddy color, and then compile, save, and then see my seconds are in red now. But just spend some time playing around with that just to get it how you want it to look, essentially. I'm going to leave mine as being pretty basic, but you can spend more time on it. But the main thing is the functionality works. All right, we've got this countdown timer. Again, I've killed myself. Let's try again. We've got this game mechanic where we've got a countdown timer. So whatever we want the player to do here, they've got 20 seconds to do it. Or we can give them assign them an amount of time they need to do it. All right, when they run out of time, essentially they will not have achieved it and they will just be game over, So, well, game over. All right, so next up, we need to actually give the player something to do. All right,